Greetings, classmates. This is Courtney Thornton, and I am excited to share with you the findings that I got from my articles that I read. And my research is on creating a foundation for collaboration among educators. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you my screen and let you all know the findings that I have. So, creating a foundation for collaboration among educators. I chose this topic because I would like to know how pre-service and current educators may benefit from the usage of a successful professional learning community. The information for this video is accredited to the Educational Journal article Professional Learning Communities, Creating a Foundation for Collaboration in Pre-Service Teachers by Dr. Amy E. Huglin, Ms. Karen Burkfield, and Dr. Jean Ann Box of Sanford University in Birmingham, Alabama. This summer 2004 article is located in the fourth issue, volume 134, pages 521 through 528 of the Educational Journal. I would like to also include the October 18th issue of the Atlantic Educational Journal article by Liz Riggs, Why Do Teachers Quit and Why Do They Stay? I chose this topic to research because so many times I have seen teachers struggle with classroom management and failing students. But it has not only been the beginning teachers, it has been the veteran teachers as well. But after speaking with several teachers and doing some internet research, I have found that many teachers become frustrated because of the lack of respect from higher ranking educators and state legislators. According to the Atlantic Educational Journal, Why Do Teachers Quit and Why Do They Stay? Teachers do not believe that their thoughts matter and that they can make a difference within their school. They believe that education has become a very disempowered line of work. However, it has been stated that even though the classroom hours are reasonable and the summers are free, many young teachers quickly realize that they must do overwhelmingly amounts of work, after hours work, and all these things that come along with teaching. They pour out emotional energy into their work, which then becomes a breeding ground for quick exhaustion. Unfortunately, these new teachers are experiencing the frustrating battle that comes along with teaching, particularly in low performing schools. As a former educator, this became alarming to me that so many teachers believe that they are not worthy enough to be listened to. So I decided to conduct some research on the effects of including pre-service teachers in a PLC prior to them starting their student teaching and including new teachers also in the PLC study at the onset of their career. I want to know if incorporating PLCs would be including realistic collaboration and support with successful teachers. If it were to occur in the beginning, would young teachers be more likely to continue their career in the education field with less frustration? According to the Atlantic Journal article, Dr. Richard Ingersoll taught high school social studies and algebra in both public and private school for nearly 60 years before leaving the profession and getting a PhD in sociology. He completed extensive research on beginning teacher support and found that teachers who have even just two small initiatives in place, such as working with a mentor and having regular supportive communication with administrators, were more likely to stay in the classroom. Nonetheless, educators, new and seasoned, must be prepared to communicate and collaborate with their colleagues. They must be equipped with the support that they need in order to develop these skills. Therefore, by including a PLC experience with pre-service teachers, it will give them a preview of what is to be expected in the education profession. I would like to define the term pre-service teachers. These are the individuals that have not yet entered into the teaching profession, but are in the process of doing their student teaching. Before these student teachers are responsible for their own classroom, they need a lot of support. They have yet to face the difficulties that come along with teaching. They have yet to understand all of the ins and outs of preparing for their diverse coworkers, diverse students, diverse parents, and the diverse testing. Well, here's where professional learning community can come into place. A professional learning community can help them with all that. In the undergraduate teacher education program, implementing a PLC experience can provide a fundamental bridge from candidate to professional practitioner. It is understood that there are marked differences in professional learning communities and other cooperative teams. A professional learning community focuses on learning rather than teaching. These members work collaboratively and hold themselves accountable for the results. PLCs are not traditional work groups. They are groups that are established to determine what students will be learning and how to respond when they do not learn. A first year teacher usually struggles with all of the demands of being a first year teacher. They are sometimes disappointed when they do not do as well as they planned, and they end up going through the "Am I cut out for this" self questionnaire. Well, this is typically because beginning teachers are not yet prepared to take the responsibility for their own professional growth. They don't know what they do not know. They are newborns in the field and they need assurance that asking questions and making mistakes that they can learn from is okay as long as it does not involve any legal ramifications. But this is where a PLC can play a major role. A professional learning community is an organization of educators that meet regularly to share their expertise, experiences, and recommendations on how to improve teacher pedagogy and the academic performance of the students. These individuals collaborate to create strategies that will ensure student success in schools. As I was reading my article, I found that the faculty of Samford University, once again located in Birmingham, Alabama, explored ways to develop a model that would be aligned with Educate Alabama. Educate Alabama is a formative system designed to provide data about a teacher's current level of practice within a continuum based on Alabama Quality Teaching Standards, or AQTS. As the process implies, the system is a learning collaborative. The data collected is used by an evaluator and teachers to set expectations, goals, and plans for teacher professional growth and learning. For this to be a true study, researchers had to have time to gather all of this information. So the candidates in the model participated in a professional learning community for 2 semesters prior to their student teaching. Each candidate developed a professional learning plan after completing a self-rating scale based on the AQTS indicators. They were then grouped according to self-identified areas of weaknesses and assigned a faculty mentor to guide their meeting session and provide resources for individual professional growth. These teacher candidates participated in various learning activities such as data analysis, problem solving, exploring research opportunities and best practice, and collaborating in small groups to analyze student work as well as other projects in a safe, controlled environment. The groups were encouraged to seek and share data and then act on what they have learned. They shared results with their mentors and other faculty members over the course of their junior year. Now, none of this research occurred without some challenges. However, by monitoring the discussions, faculty members were able to assist the groups in any issues and help them find issue resolution and effective problem solving. This constant communication ensured that no issues were overlooked, and any issues that arise, they were brought forth and solutions were quickly found for them. With on-hand experienced mentors and practitioners to help guide the pre-service teachers, this experience provided candidates a view of the inner workings of a PLC. This experience was viewed as a benefit for collaborating and group learning. The study also illustrated that the participation in this valuable experience facilitated candidates' growth and allowed them to view their peers as essential resources to improve their own practice. In essence, utilizing a PLC in both undergraduate teacher education programs and with current educators, it can aid in supporting pre-service teachers and struggling teachers. It can help them develop the skills to become effective collaborators, and it can provide a fundamental bridge from candidate to professional practitioner. It can also provide interaction with their colleagues when they review assessment data, engage in professional learning, and share and plan a curriculum. And it may also have a profound effect on teacher effectiveness as well as student achievement. As one can see, a PLC is very important. It shifts the focus from teacher pedagogy to student learning. It encourages continuous learning, collaboration, and communication with each other about which strategies and practices have been the most successful in helping students achieve higher levels of learning. Robert Dufour asked three guiding questions for teachers working in professional learning communities. They were, what do we want each student to learn? How will we know when each student has learned it? And how will we respond when a student experiences difficulties in learning? Now, using these questions, a first year teacher could not possibly have all of the answers. That's why utilizing a PLC and collaborating with these members can aid in determining which characteristics could be adopted and adapted to fit their student needs. What would be the time commitment to ensure student success, and what strategies could be utilized that would assist with monitoring student progress? When there has been an in-depth conversation about these inquiries and not just what I call pass me by talk or hallway conversations, then the PLC will have a strong foundation on which student learning can be built. Now, PLC members understand that the organization is not one within itself, but it is a systematic approach that is strengthened by the classroom teachers that work together to analyze and improve their classroom practice. PLCs are built on the fact that teachers work as a team to engage in an ongoing cycle of questions that promote deep team learning and in return leads to higher levels of student achievement. The objective is to build a structured organization with a collaborative team culture that encourages constant inquiry about student and school success. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that when thinking about the first year teachers or the struggling teachers, initiating and sustaining a professional learning community requires hard work. Nonetheless, it is a great asset to the school if their desire is to provide teacher support and increase student success. When properly implemented, professional learning communities can provide the needed structure with an effective institution that will meet the needs of all students and provide support for all teachers. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Here are my references if you would like to go and review these wonderful articles for yourself. I want to thank you again for listening. And I hope each and every one of you will have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.